Hey, what's up YouTube viewers? Brian Fagioli is here, and today I have a keyboard that is designed for Mac. It is a Macintosh keyboard by Macally. It is a backlit full-sized USB keyboard. Full-size meaning that it full-size keys, but also it has the number pad on the right-hand side. In addition, it is backlit, as you can see on the right there. So this is a wired USB keyboard. It's interesting that it says Mac OS X, even though Mac has been Mac OS now, little, lowercase MAC, capital OS. But Mac OS X is essentially the same thing. Let's see. On the side of the box here, we see Macally USA. The company cares about the environment. This package is fully recyclable. Let's look at the back. So the back doesn't show us too much. It shows us what the keyboard layout is. And of course, since this is for a Mac, we have the Option and Command keys. We see some dimensions here. On the right, let's see what it says here. Full size and thin keys for comfortable and efficient typing experience. 16 convenient shortcut keys for one-touch and control of Mac applications and enhanced productivity. 17 key numeric keypad for quickly and efficiently entering long sequences of numbers. Backlit and white and off with 3 levels of brightness adjustments. You can have it either backlit or not backlit. You can turn the backlighting entirely off, or there's 3 levels of brightness when you do have the backlighting on. LED indicators for cap locks and function key lock. Plug and play via USB. It has a 150 centimeter USB cable. It uses, has to be Mac OS X 10.6 or later. That's surprising. It's a USB keyboard. I figured it would even work with older versions, and maybe it even will, but it's, I guess, certified for 10.6 or later. So let's go ahead and open this. There's a little sticker there, and I think I have a knife here somewhere. I do. My little knife here. We're just going to cut into the box. Okay, with that one piece of tape removed, I think, oh, there's actually more on the sides, my apologies. So there's a piece of tape here, and one more over here. So 3 pieces of tape to keep the box sealed. I will close up my knife before continuing, so don't cut myself. And we'll go ahead and open the box. So, inside we see the keyboard, and it's wrapped in plastic, and there's really not much else in there other than a little paper guide. Backlit, full-size USB keyboard for Mac, the user guide. Let's see. How to use the keyboard. So this is the first time you plug it in. You'll get the keyboard setup assistant, which comes up in Mac. It'll tell you like which keys to press so it can detect what kind of keyboard it is. It should be very straightforward. Again, this is a wired keyboard, so there's not much to do. We do have some shortcut keys, which shows the different modes, such as decreasing the brightness, cut, copy, and paste, Command C, Command V, things like that. We have volume up, volume down, screenshot is Command Shift 4, so things that you probably already aware of, but there's some nice, if you're new to Mac, some nice key modes there. So let's get rid of the box. And let's take the keyboard out of the plastic. So the cable is a standard USB cable, USB type A. So if you have a MacBook Pro, a new model, you would need to leverage a dongle. Or if you're someone like me that uses a Thunderbolt 3 docking station that has USB type A on it, you can simply plug it right into the docking station. But if your Mac is only USB-C only, you would need some kind of a dongle here. So that's the USB cable. Here's the keyboard. Now, okay, the first thing I see is that there's plastic on the top. So I'm just going to peel this plastic. Let's see. Plastic is all over the place on here. Let's see. I can show you guys that there. Okay. And it looks like there's one more piece of plastic here. I guess it's cool they put this on to keep it nice and shipping and everything, but it seems a little unnecessary. So, alright, before we look at the actual keys, let's look underneath. So underneath we see the actual product name is the model number is XKEYLED, so XKEYLED. That's pretty much it. There's not much here. We have a little legs to fold up, and it looks like, oh, there's a little door on the top here. I don't know if that does anything. Let's see. Can that be opened? Well, there's two screws at the top. This looks like a little divot for a finger to pull this open, but doesn't seem to open, so I don't know what that is. Probably nothing. So, with the keyboard now opened up, now let's see. I have my Mac over here. Let's see if I can plug it in. I'm actually in the process of installing Mojave. Let's see if it'll work with the keyboard. Okay. Let's see, the keyboard is now plugged in. Okay, yes, now the backlighting is on. So, let's see if I could show you guys here. Let me actually turn off the lights. I think that'll help. Turn off that light and turn off this light. There you go. So you can see the backlit key. So there's a button on the top right up here that I think turns it off entirely. It does. That's pretty cool. No special function key. You can just do that to turn it off. But there is brightness here. So there's a function key. Let's see, where's function? Command, escape. Okay. It's a command. Now it shows that to do brightness you do function, but I don't see a function key unless I'm missing. Oh, right up here, my bad. Okay, so right here is a function key. So I can turn the backlighting down or up. If you're going to use bright backlighting, you might as well put it full blast, otherwise you can always just turn it off with the press of a key. That's pretty cool. So this keyboard is not mechanical, which is maybe a good thing, because a lot of people don't like mechanical keyboards, especially because they tend to be a little bit noisy. So maybe you're not a big fan of this style keyboard for Mac. This is what I usually use at my Mac. Very thin keys, low travel. I actually like typing on that. But understandably, some people don't love that, and they like a traditional keyboard. Now, this is like a membrane style keyboard, and it actually feels really good. I could type very fast on this keyboard, and it feels like the keyboards I used maybe 20 years ago on Windows, like, you know, those pack-in keyboards that you might get with like an HP or a Dell, which isn't a bad thing. If you like that style of keyboard, the membrane style keyboard typing, this is really nice. And I also like the fact that it's black, because with the Macs now, Apple's charging more for the dark colored keyboards, which is, to me, insane that it would be more expensive. But I like that this is wired, which means there's no batteries to die. It's backlit, and if you don't want backlighting on, it's as easy as just pressing a button to turn it off. And then you have the function keys to go ahead and turn down the brightness or turn it up. I would probably just put on full blast, quite frankly. But if for whatever reason, you know, you want to turn it off, you can turn it off. It has the legs in the back, so you can kind of prop it up if you need to do so. Just a really nice keyboard. Seems like a nice keyboard. It's not overly expensive. I forget the exact price, but it wasn't like expensive like some of these new mechanical keyboards, so it's definitely nowhere near like $150 or anything like that. I'll put a link to buy this on Amazon. I believe it's actually quite affordable. But it's kind of a throwback to like a late 90s, early 2000s style keyboard. Very basic, black membrane keyboard, but you do get the backlighting. You're getting a black keyboard for your Mac, and you know, yes, you can use a Windows keyboard with a Mac, but you don't get the command and option and everything. So it's cool that this has the layout. The space bar feels nice. It's well balanced. It doesn't feel like if I'm pushing on the right, it's kind of wobbly. Everything feels really nice. Keys are nice. This is a win. This seems like a really great keyboard. Now, of course, before I can say for sure whether I recommend this keyboard, I would need to use it with my Mac extensively. As someone who does a lot of writing, I would want to write with it, of course. But also, I want to see how it lasts. So it's kind of hard to review a keyboard in that regard because, you know, maybe the keyboard doesn't last 6 months, you know? So what seems great at first maybe doesn't last. So I would do an initial review for this, probably for betanews.com, and see where we take it from there. But so far, it seems like a really great keyboard. I'm very much impressed, and I'm not exactly 100% sure. I'm just looking at my Mac keyboard here, and that there is a save button, a save right there. I'm not sure what this means. I don't know if the manual said it. If I could find the manual, I might have already lost it, believe it or not. But there's a little, it looks like a floppy disk. And I'm guessing that means to save, but I'm not exactly sure what you're saving. It's like, is that like a file save shortcut or something to that effect? I don't know. I'll get more into it with the review. But that's the keyboard. It's actually very nice. It's glossy on the top. The keys are matte, but everything around it is glossy, which it is a fingerprint magnet. I don't know if you can see that already, but I'm already leaving fingerprints. Not on the keys. The keys themselves are a matte black, but the surrounding chassis, the surrounding body is glossy plastic. And that's probably, I don't know if that's a great design choice to have the glossy, but you can see the reflection here is glossy here. It might have been nice to have it all matte black, but if you shine it up and get the fingerprints off of it, it probably looks amazing. So, alright guys, if you have any questions about this keyboard, please leave them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer any questions for you. And if you like my videos, of course, you can always subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.